testing out my camera to see how well it's going to work to actually shoot the videos, but we're going to pull the car out and wash it. You can see we got the side panels off of it. The goal right now is to get the car outside, turned around, and washed. So we got to get it down on the ground and get started with it. So I figured something easy out, and yes, I'm back on my phone again. That's what I found it'll be a little bit easier. I wish I had known that when I started on the body to start with. Okay, we've washed the car, got all the panels off and or out of the shop and washed all them up. Swept the floor really good. We're ready to back the car back in. I got to do something with my million of tires I got in here, go through them and get rid of the ones that ain't any good and get rid of the wheels that I'm not going to use or whatever. I figure something to do with them, but we're going to put the car back in here and probably get it up on jack stands. We'll probably leave it on the ground because I don't know. We'll probably put it up on jack stands. I need to break the transmission loose and start getting the engine ready to come out. The engine and transmission, I pull them at the same time. That's about all that's really on my agenda for today. I got a birthday party to go to here shortly. And we're going to get the car in here and get it ready to go and maybe start sorting through my mountain of tires I got back here. So we're getting closer. We don't have to be in such a big rush to get ready for next year. We're just kind of going through, diagnosing issues. I did take the car out and drive around the yard for a few minutes, and it seemed to turn all right, but once I hit the brake, it was all over then. So kind of starting to lean towards a power steering pump at the moment, but we're going to get this car back in here and before it decides to rain again and do something, even if it's wrong. So, you ask what the game plan is. So, at the moment, we're going to get the car back up on jack stands. Go through. We got to pull the engine and transmission. They both come out at the same time. The engine, I plan on taking it over to Danny and have him go through it, check bearings and all that fun stuff, rings and all that. Then we'll take the transmission. I'm probably going to do a little bit of research, but I need to replace some seals in the transmission. Those that follow my channel long enough know that that old 3-speed has leaked ever since I put it in the car. The rear end, I plan on these. We plan on taking these studs out here, which are 1/2-inch studs, replace them with 5/8 studs, which will give a little more safety, but we're going to go longer than what these are so that we can play with wheel spacers versus trying to deal with different offset wheels and this and that to try to get the car to handle differently. These headers, we'll point at this one, but they are both pretty well shot, so we're going to try to get through and replace them. Like I said, we're not going to try to points race. We'll do what we can with the car when we can. Money's always an issue. A lot of people don't think about it, but I make good money doing what I do, but I'm ready to lose my jack here. But at the same time, got bills to pay also. So that's something to always remember. Not everybody has a bunch of sponsors and all that. I appreciate the ones that I've had for the year. They have helped out a bunch. But there's always that big factor that I pay most of it out of my pocket. So we're going to get this thing jacked up real quick and we get you update here in a second. All right, we went ahead. We got the car jacked up. I went ahead and I've already got both headers off. There's one laying out there in the driveway. The other one's already made its way up to the scrap pile because that's what it is. Pile of scrap. So we got the radiator is out. It's sitting there draining a little bit. That passenger side header was cracked, burned through, bent. The driver's side header really not in terrible shape other than being choked off down on the collector. But you're gonna buy one, I think you gotta buy them in a set. So next phase will be to get the carburetor off, but right now I'm gonna leave that all on there until I'm ready to pull the engine completely. The car was really cackling and backfiring, and I'm pretty sure it's because one of the header tubes was pinched off pretty good. Still allowing airflow through, and on top of that it was cracked too. So like I said, the header on the passenger side, it was pretty well burned through. Hoping we didn't do any damage to any valves or anything. There's gasket burned through. I'm going to say that was number 8. I missed. But overall, we're just going to take our time, tear it down. Like I said, we're going to take the engine over to Danny and then let him go through it, make sure everything's hunky-dory on the inside. And then we're going to, before we ever do body work or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and go through the steering, make sure everything's good on it. Replace this bent ball or tie rod. Since we're not racing, we're not in a hurry, we're not at the track, might as well just fix it and be done with it. I'm not real sure. Give me a second here to turn the camera. I don't know how well you can actually tell there, but the This is the main crank pulley. Right there's my power steering pulley. And this is pretty well straight in on there. You can tell if you look at it from the top, the pulley actually on the power steering pump looks bent or angled. So I can't be 100% sure. I think part of my issue with my steering is the power steering pump itself. Like I said, it's kind of funky the way it's sitting right now. Anyway, but we're going to tear it all down, and actually I'm just going to pull the lines off and leave it everything on the front of the engine. Take Danny. I do have another water pump to go on there. I don't know if it's the right one, but like I said, hopefully everything on the inside of the engine is good to go. It won't take me long to get the engine out, especially with everything out of the way on the front. So that's about all I'm going to get to today. I think I'm going to close this out. Get ready to go to a birthday party. I got to get cleaned up and all that fun stuff. So we'll catch you guys later. God bless you. Be safe out there.